10:55 in the morning. Trading in the shares of the Song Group was suddenly suspended. The suspension of stock trading is the suspension of trading. From this moment on, the shares of the Song Group are sealed and will neither rise nor fall until trading is resumed. To apply for a trading suspension to the China Securities Regulatory Commission, there must be sufficient reasons. The Song Group's reason for applying for a trading suspension is that the group has major issues to be announced. Generally speaking, listed groups will suspend trading of their stocks before an important event is announced. This is to prevent insider trading and speculation by well-informed people. For example, before, a very famous company on the internet was named Qihoo 360. When they seek to go public in the country, they will complete the domestic share listing through backdoor. This is the so-called backdoor listing. In layman's terms, some of their conditions do not meet the requirements of the Securities Regulatory Commission for listing, or the normal listing channel is too long, they can't wait, so they can achieve the goal of backdoor listing by purchasing another listed company. 360 is also a relatively well-known internet company in China. The main reason why they choose to go public on the backdoor is to save time. If they go public on their own, they will have to pay at least 1 or 2 years of time cost, and it is likely to miss the market opportunity. At the beginning, when 360 decided to go public with a backdoor, all stockholders were speculating about one thing, that is, which listed company 360 would use to go public. If you can know the target company of her backdoor in advance, then you can buy the company's stock in advance, and you can make a fortune after the 360 backdoor is successful. However, this kind of matter is generally top secret information within the company, and only the absolute top can know it, and they will never disclose it to the outside world. Therefore, when Zhongmin Jiajia suddenly announced that the company had a major business and needed to suspend trading, people knew that 360 was going to be listed on the market through his shell. But by this time I knew that it was too late. Trading in Zhongmin Jiajia's stock had been suspended and could not be traded, and there was no chance to buy bottoms. The current situation of the Song Group is the same. The company is about to transition from a state without a leader to the new chairman. This is definitely good news for the company, so it must first be suspended and then announced. At 10:55, the Song Group announced the halt. The media reporters invited to the scene are already here. Shareholders across the country are also watching this conference. Because since Warnia's accident until now, the Song Group's stock price has been underperforming. The market is worried that the Song Group has no leader, and the square inch is in chaos, which led to the continuous decline of the Song Group's stock. Now, the Song Group suddenly wants to hold a press conference with great fanfare. Everyone feels that they must be ready to announce the new chairman. It was at this time that Charlie came to the door of the release hall alone. After Honor knew that he was coming, he came to the gate in advance to wait. Although he had 10,000 dissatisfaction with Charlie, he really did not dare to provoke Charlie at all in Oru's Hill. After all, Master Charlie I, who is known as the true dragon in the world, Honor did not dare to neglect. Seeing Charlie coming by himself, Honor hurried forward and said respectfully to him, "Master, you are here?" Charlie nodded gently, and said a little apologetically, "Honor, sorry, I tried my best with Warnia." Charlie deliberately only said the 3 words, "trying hard," but did not say any results. Honor heard these words, but directly brought these 3 words to the patient's family when the doctor failed to save the patient. If. Therefore, he immediately made up for what Charlie did not say, and thought to himself, "It seems that Charlie did not find any whereabouts of Warnia, and now that he has returned to China, he must have given up to continue searching." As a result, my father and I were finally relieved. Honor's heart was secretly refreshed, but on the face he deliberately pretended to be very painful, and said gratefully, "Master, you went to Japan specially for Warnia's affairs, and you have done so much effort. The Song family is very grateful. If Warnia is really gone, then I believe her spirit in the sky will be moved by your sincerity to her." Charlie looked at Honor and said very seriously, "Honor, many times there is still an illusion in my heart, praying that a miracle will happen at a certain moment in the future. What if a miracle really happens at a certain moment in the future? What if Warnya suddenly appears in front of us at some point in the future? Isn't this a happy situation for everyone? When Honor heard Charlie's words, he felt as uncomfortable as if he had eaten a fly. He couldn't help cursing in his heart. Pray for a miracle? I pray for your mother's miracle, me. This miracle had better not happen to his mother. Warnya had better never show up in front of me. I don't even bother to see her body, otherwise I have to organize a funeral for her, not only to waste the people and money, but also to pretend to be sad in front of everyone. However, on his face he said piously, Master, you are right. I also hope that one day, the miracle you said will happen. After speaking, he hurriedly stated, Master, after today's press conference is over, I will immediately go to Longchen Temple to offer incense and pray for Warnya. Longchen Temple makes a wish especially effective. I often go there to pray and know the abbot there. Let him do a prayer for Warnya. Charlie smiled slightly and said calmly, Don't be so troublesome, you won't be able to go to Longchen Temple anymore in your life. Honor's whole person was taken aback, and he asked a little surprised, Master, what do you mean by this? Charlie patted him on the shoulder and said, It's nothing, Longchen Temple is violating you. Honor asked in amazement, Why did I commit a crime with Longchen Temple, Master? Longchen Temple is indeed very effective, Charlie said calmly. Trust me, you will soon find that Longchen Temple is not working at all. Honor was a little unclear. He thought that Charlie was talking about feng shui metaphysics, and asked a little surprised, Master, are the monks of Longchen Temple all deceiving? Charlie waved his hand. It's not necessarily a lie, maybe it's just that the way is not enough. Having said that, Charlie said again, Okay, don't talk about this. Go in quickly, isn't your press conference about to begin? Honor hurriedly said, Yes, the press conference will start right away. Master, come in quickly. Under the leadership of Honor, Charlie stepped into the press conference venue. Honor arranged him in the VIP seat in the first row, and then said apologetically, Excuse me, Master, I have to participate in the release. Yes, I won't be here with you. If you have any needs, just ask the staff. Charlie nodded. Okay, go ahead. Honor said diligently. Good Master Lei Wade, then I'll go ahead and please. After speaking, he turned around and went to the backstage lounge. A few minutes later, a female secretary stepped onto the rostrum and said, Thank you for the arrival of distinguished guests and friends from the media. Today, our song group has very important things to be released to the public. Please applaud and invite us. Member of the Board of Directors.